Joins us now. Please welcome the timeless Olivia Newton-John. Goes wild. You're getting wolf whistles. It's because she brought grog, isn't it? It's a woman with grog.
Actually, it matches your colour scheme beautifully.
I know. Look at that.
This is the first person to receive Koala Blue, our first Chardonnay, first off the rank.
Ooh.
First of a whole lot of bottles we hope to sell here. It's really yummy. Yummy wine.
You're making wines now?
Yeah.
Do you know how to make wines?
I've watched a little bit of it. I've been picking all day. I'm kind of exhausted.
Do you squish the grapes? Do they still do like Lucille used to do in the big vat and you
Yeah, I'm worn out. I've got purple feet from doing that. No, they have to pick an awful lot of grapes. In fact, we're getting grapes from 7 vineyards all around Australia and Victoria.
And it's the best part, you get to sample it every now and again and just go, no, I'm still not sure about this. One more taste.
Yeah, I sampled it. I'm not really a big drinker. It takes a couple of sips and I'm gone. So, but it's really yummy. It's very light and fruity, and we have a red Shiraz that's really nice and very easy to drink. So if I can drink it, everyone can enjoy it.
Lovely.
It's really nice. Yeah.
Now, you've got enormous wolf whistles when you're walking out here. Even the young gents are going, thank you very much. Well, you look fantastic. What do you do?
Thank you.
You do illegal surgery or something? What do you got going on?
No, I haven't done any of that yet. I think I've got good genes. Thank you, Mum, if you're watching. It's good genes from my mum. And I'm happy and I have a wonderful life. I'm a very blessed person, really.
Now, more than any other guest, we have had more letters and phone calls and emails, even from people overseas who have never seen our show. But obviously just every day just put your name into a search engine on the internet, hit enter and see what happens. But people have been sending us thousands upon thousands of emails wanting to know things about you. Why is it that you were so popular? After all this time, you're still up there as like one of the #1 stars around the world.
That's very nice. I think I've survived so long. I think that's why it is. I'm still here. I don't know. I've been really, really lucky. You know, I was in one of the most exciting movies ever that still lasts. I mean, Grease. I mean, I meet little kids all the time who have just seen it for the first time. So there's a new generation every few years that sees the movie. And I was just very lucky to be in that, I think, you know. And I don't know why else, but I'm very pleased about it.
How huge was Grease? I mean, even now, it's 20-something years later, it's still a very popular movie. How enjoyable was it at the time?
It was really fun. I mean, I went to University High in Christchurch, and we used to wear uniforms and hats and gloves and the whole thing, and prefects used to watch you. We couldn't get together with the boys and have lunch and all that stuff. It was very, very much more formal. So when we made the movie, it was kind of like going back to a school that I'd never gone to. And it was really, we're all in our 20s, and all thought we were teenagers while we made the movie. We had a great time. It was really fun.
Talk about the uniform you were wearing when you went to high school. In the movie, I think we've got a clip of it here, just those, in the final scenes, you've like pants you probably had to jump off a wardrobe to get into. They're like painted on. What was it like wearing them? How was it painful?
Well, actually, it's quite funny because they had to sew me into them. Because they were old pants. They were from the 50s, and the fabric was a really old stretchy fabric, but they were getting old. And then, imagine what they're like now. And so they had to stitch me into them. So it was kind of a long day, because, you know, I couldn't drink much, as you can imagine, because they'd have to unstitch me every time and everything. But no, they were wild pants.
Did you have trouble moving around? Could you bend over?
Oh yeah, I could move around.
I thought, I don't know, might be just like walking like Frankenstein though at the same time.
No, they had a little bit of give, but now they're pretty ancient.
Now, last year on the show we had John Travolta here, who's a big fan of yours. Go figure. I mean, there's no shock there. But here's, I've got some footage I'd like to play. This is what he said of you going through the audition process for Grease. Have a look. John Travolta last year on Rove Live.
Guys, there's only one person in the world that can play Sandy, and it's Olivia Newton-John. I said, she's everybody's dream girl, every guy's dream girlfriend, and every girl wants to be like her. I said, don't even, stop looking.
I think there
I paid him a lot of money for that.
Now, Hugh Jackman on the show that night said he described John Travolta as a dag. Would you say he was a dag?
Well, yeah, he's a very funny guy. I mean, he plays these gorgeous leading men, and he is gorgeous and beautiful and sexy and all that, but he's also hysterically funny. And what I remember most about John is him making me laugh and trying to send me up and being very naughty. He's very naughty. And he's a fantastic guy, yeah. He can be a dag, but he can do all the other things too. He's great.
And that's down the track. Like when you got started, though, because that was years later, but when you got started, you were in a band, in a group with Pat, who's
Yes.
released the Wines with you.
Yes, we started Choir Blue together, 20 years ago, but 20 years before that, we were a double act.
And
yeah, called Pat and Olivia,
I was about to say,
strangely enough.
very creative title
Very
for the
creative,
group.
wasn't it? In fact, at one time, though, we were in England doing some television shows with a man called Dick Emery. He used to have a BBC show. You're too young to remember him. But anyway, they didn't like our name, Pat and Olivia, so they changed it to Liza and Jane, because they thought that was more interesting. Never could figure that one out. Anyway.
How was it like getting started? Were there tough gigs or anything when you started out?
We had some pretty interesting shows. We did a lot of clubs around London and around the countryside and everything. And one time we went down to this bar and we went to do our show. We noticed there weren't terribly many people in the audience. Most of them were men and most of them had raincoats on. And we didn't think much about it, but we turned around, like, just before we went on, we noticed there was a girl in a swim tank behind us, in a fish tank, and she didn't have much on. So we had our cute little dresses on. We're like 19, and we had little pink dresses with our frills on. We went out and do our songs, you know. And there wasn't much response from the audience, and we came back off and we realised afterwards it was a strip club that our agent had booked us in. It was called Raymond's Review Bar, and Raymond came back and said, well, girls, you're really lovely, but I don't think you need to come back anymore. And he gave us like £40 or whatever it was for our wages, and we didn't have to go back.
Did you
Thank
sack your
God.
agent after that?
No, we should have, though.
I think so. But then onward and upward, this is a little fact I didn't know about you. You took part in the Eurovision Song Contest.
Yes, I did.
But you didn't. Now, who did you represent?
England.
Ah.
Because I have a British passport, you know.
And who were you up against? Was it a tough field?
I was up against ABBA. So no surprise.
Oh.
Guess who lost?
What were they like backstage when they won? Were they just hoity-toity?
No, they were lovely. They're very sweet, actually. We became friends after that, and but it was difficult because I didn't like the song either that I had to sing. Because what happened over there was you sang a song every week, and the British public would vote. And it was the one I liked most. You know, it's one of those oompa kind of stick up your jumper songs, and that's the one they picked. And anyway, it was a great experience, part of the journey.
And where did you come in the Eurovision?
I think third or fourth or fifth or something like that.
Did you get anything for fourth?
Not a lot, no.
Just multi-million-dollar movies years down the track.
Right, exactly.
And with all you've done with, you've won Emmys and Grammys and People's Choice Awards, but when you started out, you wanted to be a vet, is that true?
I did, and that's why I wanted to come on with the puppies. I went to see them, they're so gorgeous.
Did you go? You went and played, didn't
I went
you?
to play with them, they're so beautiful. Yeah, I love animals, and I thought, actually, when I wanted to become a singer, and my mum was worried about it. She thought, hi, Mum, by the way, if you're watching, and hi, Chloe. Sorry. And she wanted me to have another career to fall back on in case, something went wrong. And I thought, well, I'll just become a vet. Then I realised that it took 7 years and you had to be good at math, so I kind of gave up that idea. Then I thought, well, the only other thing I could do would be a mounted policewoman. That way I could ride horses, have a job, and get paid for it. The lucky singing took off because I think I would have been a hopeless policeman. Anyway.
You would have had a gun, though. That'd be all right.
Now I would.
A woman on a horse with a gun. With wine.
With wine.
Thank you very
It's quite a dangerous combo, don't you think?
Now, you said hello to Chloe there before.
Yes.
Now, is she out at this Virgin party?
She was there. We were all there earlier. It was quite crazy.
Now, what
Wow.
happened? Because we're going to cross, we've got our very own Peter Hellier out there. We're going to cross there later.
Still going?
As far as I know.
My
It's Richard
goodness.
Branson.
Yeah.
He's going to buy the entire country if he could.
Yeah, he's very clever.
Was it
guy.
fun? What did you do? Did
It
you go
was
out and...
fun. I just went because I was invited and I thought it sounded like a fun thing to go to and I wanted to see what happened. And I didn't know if I was in LA or Melbourne. I mean, it was really fantastic. They had the streets barricaded off, they had police, and when he arrived on a motorbike and Harley Davidsons and fireworks, the whole thing. And very scantily dressed girls on the runway. Yes, it was very...
In tanks, it was like flashbacks to your old nudie bar gigs.
Yeah, it was actually a lot of fun.
And was Elton John there? Did you meet Elton John?
Elton was there, yeah. I've known Elton quite a while. People used to think he was my brother for a long time, you know.
Really?
Elton John, Newton-John.
Oh, I see.
I've actually been to Lose where they had the men's, it was Elton and Olivia. Like
The
that.
what?
The Lose, the John, as they call it. As they call call it in America the John.
Does that
Anyway.
ever get confusing and awkward?
No, it was kind of funny, I thought.
Now, are you going to do any performing with Chloe down the track? Because you've done a few movies and things with her.
We made a movie last year in Australia, actually, but they haven't showed it. I don't know why. Maybe it turned out really badly. I don't know. But we made it up at the Gold Coast, and it was a fun thing to do. And we played, strangely, a mother and daughter, and got to sing together and everything, but it hasn't been on yet.
And she's going to be in hair. Are you a little concerned that she's going to have to take her clothes off? Because that's all they run around Age of Aquarius. Look, our bits are dangling.
Yeah, I know, no.
That's the song. I'm pretty sure that's the song.
I think that was the first thing she said, you know, and we kind of discussed that with the director, and she doesn't have to take her clothes off.
Oh,
so I wouldn't
excellent.
want her to, and I'm sure she wouldn't want to. No.
All right. Well, thank you very much for coming in.
Oh, I've had a great time.
We stick around because we might cross to the party. You can maybe tell us who's there and
Okay.
and give us some goss.
All right. I'll
Sounds
try.
exciting. But now we please thank Olivia Newton-John, everybody. Oh, I certainly will. We'll be back with Sarah Kendall, David Franz, and when we return, we go to the Virgin Party. National Guide Dog Day happening tomorrow. Our puppies, oh my God, they're eating the paint. But that's okay, because if they happen to do a little poo, that'll come out multicoloured and it'll be a little 3D pattern. But of course, you can log on to ebay.com to put in a bid to buy one of our 2 puppy paintings. I'll be signing that at the end of the night. So, wow, that'll diminish the price. Olivia Newton-John is still with us. Everyone's going crazy during the break. Now, I mentioned the amount of people that have been emailing us from all over the world when they logged onto our website and found out you were on. And a lot of them were asking me to ask you, are you releasing a dance CD? There is a rumour you're releasing a dance CD.
Well, I'm releasing, my nephew Brett Goldsmith has made a dance album, and I did one of the tracks on it, and I believe he's going to be releasing that, and maybe the song I did will be a single, because it's kind of a fun song. I did it kind of for fun, but it turned out great, and then down the track we'll probably do some more of that.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Oh, boogie woogie. Good stuff. Oh, and I forgot to mention that the Koala Blue wines are out
beautiful.
now.
Light, lovely to drink, you'll enjoy it.
It's a fine drop. She squeezes it herself. And so people can go out and buy that now, can
They
they?
can buy that at most liquor stores and Woolies and Safeway and places like that.
And just wherever
Wherever they can sell.
wherever hard liquor sold. Speaking of getting absolutely off your titties, the Virgin Megastore, the first Virgin Megastore in Australia was opened tonight by the man himself, billionaire crackpot Sir Richard Branson. We sent our very own. This is actually this is it. This is what you saw tonight, wasn't
I saw it was quite amazing. This is his arrival.
There's Richard. There he is. There's Elton. Or is that? That's Elton. Yes.
Greeting him. The fireworks went off. I told you it was enormous. It was
Look
enormous.
at that.
Yeah,
Like
I was
a Christmas
behind there. I
tree.
was in the wrong place. I was behind it all, but never mind.
You were focusing on the show. You were
Yes.
focusing on this. But we've sent our very own Peter Hellier to the party to see what's going down. Let's cross to